by Get Your Life Right Industries, the proud makers of bought follower polish. Are you tired of having 20,000 followers and 14 likes and still acting surprised? Introducing bought follower polish for creators who want big numbers with no community. With features like bot comment pack, likes on demand, engagement camouflage, hides the ratio, and brand deal delusion, makes you say they sleeping on me. So if you're buying followers instead of earning trust, call Get Your Life Right Industries. Get your life right, because brands can count.
Hello, my name is Allee Major. Welcome to No Capp Live. Tonight we're talking about something that matters. Second chances. Not a fairy tale vision, the real one. The messy one where you're trying to rebuild the world that's still watching you from every which way. I'm here with Peach, and we're going to dive deep because we both know what it feels like to want another shot. This isn't a debate. This is two men being honest about what it takes to come back from nothing. This is No Capp Live, and I dare you to cap. Let's go! Hello. How you
Hey,
doing, Peach?
peachy as always.
You ready to go there?
Oh, always.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give a piece of myself. When you come back from incarceration, from failure, from rock bottom, society has a narrative ready for you. Here's what the numbers say. Excuse me. All right. 68% of formerly incarcerated people face employment discrimination, and this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics of 2023. The recidivism rate is 44% within 5 years, and this is from the RAND Corporation, 2023. Housing discrimination affects 70% of people with records, and this is from the National Housing Law Project of 2022. Wage penalties for incarcerated individuals, 30 to 40% lifetime earning loss. Picture that. And this is from the Journal of Labor Economics of 2021. The facts are only 27% of employers will hire somebody with a felony record. From the source being from the Society of Human Resource Management of 2023. You know, my take is these numbers aren't just stats, they're barriers, real walls. The question isn't why do people fail? It's why does the system make it so hard to succeed? That's what we're unpacking tonight. Peach, do you mind giving me your perspective on what I said with your experiences and what you've seen?
Yeah. So like for me, I I know people who have been in your situation as well as knowing you, and I see how a lot of them it's hard for them just to get back to where they were or even halfway to where they were due to the way that society does what it does. Now, I think it's unfair, but we are making a little more strides because there are websites now that people can go to just that pretty much just focus on helping felons get jobs. So it's nice that they have those, but it's something that I just happen to know about. It's not
Okay.
something I've heard about in circulating in the air,
Okay.
in the streets. I haven't heard that, so I just want to know if that's something that they do. Because like I said, I used to work. I used to work for Planned Parenthood for like 6 years, so I was in always like an ear to the ground. I knew things about communities, about where to go for different grants and things and this and that and housing and all that. So I knew about it because I was on the inside,
Okay.
you know. So it's like somebody like me would help people go through all of it, like help them get to that point. Because for me, everybody makes mistakes, you know. And if you don't make mistakes, you can't learn.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And how you learn from it is how then you are judged, I think. Because people, we listen and we don't judge. We all judge. I judge.
Absolutely. I think that's
And
human nature.
yeah, because the thing about it is, if you go into jail for, I don't know, fill in the blank,
Hmm.
and then you get out, you did your time, you get out, you go back in for the same thing,
Yeah.
and then you go in, you come out for the same thing. I'm judging you now.
Okay.
I'm like, what you
They
doing?
they don't understand what they're doing to their own life.
Yeah, but one more thing,
Yeah.
I believe that because I think we touched on this last week. But there isn't a system set up in place that I know of.
Mm.
And I even asked somebody who's kind of a pro in this, and they didn't seem to know the answer either.
Okay.
Um, there's nothing as like an incentive to get out to help you do the thing.
To
So
help you
it's
do
like
what?
sometimes
I didn't catch that.
to do better
Okay.
sometimes. Because say if all you know is, the hustle,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how to have a 9 to 5. You don't really know how to do that. You know how to get to it to do that. So it's like it needs like a mentorship or something like that. Somebody needs to be able to be there to be like, hey, I got you. Because
Okay.
there's a thing I made it up myself, but
Mm-hmm.
I always say, people say, I just need to get on my feet. You can't get on your feet if you have nowhere to put your feet, you know? So it's like, what you
Unfortunately,
gonna do?
that's
If
true.
you're sitting there treading water, you can't do what you need to do. You can't. There's no way.
That's
I
true.
mean, I guess I didn't say there's no way, but I mean, it's super hard. But if we can make it easier in some way, you know, like they
Okay.
have at school. We got out of college, they have like them programs that you can like help you job placement, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have that for felons.
Okay. I believe that they do have some, but you got to
There,
understand these
yeah, there's some.
programs come with minimal room. It's not like,
Mhm.
you may have a prison with 5,000 inmates in it. There may be a prison with
Ooh,
9,000 inmates in it. This
yo,
one
this is
program,
crazy.
what's that?
Yeah.
But anyways, these programs are designed to help, but there is not enough programs, and there's not enough to satisfy or pass around. I will tell you, there's a couple things that you hit on that I really want to help you understand. As being somebody who was released, minimal help is truly, truly out here. It's so hard to find. It's
Hmm.
so covered up, and then you have to know somebody to know somebody. Coming from somebody who is grinded hard by myself, I understand what the push takes. The push takes the mentality of I want it, I want different. It comes from your insides and how bad do you want it? How bad are you tired of the same routine? How bad are
Hmm.
you tired of hearing those gates close? I've heard them close over and over. I was giving my life on the installment plan, Peach. Um, so you got to understand that this was very detrimental to me. And I tried for years and years to come out and be able to successfully be able to hold it down, and through the hardship and through all of the pain, just keep that good faith and that good heart going to push positivity. But that is I found out that's a hard beast to tackle, especially when all the forces are against you.
Yep.
They, what you were about to say?
I said, yeah, I just agree with you.
Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. I'm going to keep on moving. Right now, we're going to move on to the pattern. The pattern. Isolation is the first pattern I'm going to talk about. You come home and nobody knows what to say to you. Family's awkward. friends disappeared. You're alone in a room full of people, but so used to having to have your back to the wall because you had to fight every single day. The reality is rebuilding starts with finding your people, not your old crew, but people who you get, or excuse me, who get it. That's what I meant to say. People who get it, that you came from a place of hardship and you are trying to mold yourself into a different human being. I know this firsthand. Secondly, the expectation trap. Society says just work hard and you'll be fine. But hard work doesn't erase a record. It doesn't make landlords call back. Reality is you have to work twice as hard for half the recognition. That's not motivation. It's an actual game and it's draining. 3, the identity shift. You're no longer just me. It's no longer just me. It's not Ali. It's not the Ali that I used to know. I'm the guy who was locked up, the guy who failed, the guy that the labels stick to. Double jeopardy is real. And I face that on a common, everyday basis. And right now, I'm at a point in time in my life where all I have is the truth. So I come and I tell people these truths to try and get them to better their situation. The reality is, reclaiming your identity means deciding who you are now, not who you were. That's the hardest part. The momentum shift. People think one good decision leads to another, but one setback can undo months of progress. The reality is, second chances aren't linear, they're messy. You win some, you fucking lose some. But one thing's for sure, you get your ass up and you keep moving. That's it, you keep moving. Let's go on to the support game. You need mentorship, guidance, real people who've been there. But let's face this shit, those real people are rare. When you find them,
Yeah.
hold on tight, and eventually you'll become that person for someone else. At this time, Peach, I would love for you to add your experience, insights, and know-how.
Yeah. Looking at this one here, because I know somebody who went to jail for quite a long time for something horrific. He was in for more than 10 years, I believe. I think so. And it was weird because when he came out, I knew him before he went in, and he's one of the people that the thing he went to jail for, like nobody could believe it, what it was. So, his squeaky clean demeanor was then tainted, but he was still himself because he would still like call, and I accept the calls, and he was still himself. He just made a bad mistake, and that's what a lot of people are. It's sometimes with people, it's just you're one person who had a moment of weakness, and that Karen at the store just pushed you a little too far, and you slapped her, and you're in jail now.
Shut up,
Did
bitch!
did she deserve it? Yeah, she did, but is what it is. You got in trouble. You got caught. Don't get caught. Um. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I'll put them things back up. Those things you had up
okay.
there.
You want to back up? Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Hold on one
Please.
second. I got you.
I got the I got the ADHD. I be forgetting.
I got you.
All right, cool. So when he came out, the sad part is he was like, remember that movie? I'm gonna get you, sucker. I'm gonna
Yep.
get you, sucker.
Yep.
Remember when what was the pimp dude with the fish in his shoes came out of jail?
Mm-hmm.
And he still thought it was like 95, but he went in when he was like 70. He came out as a pimp. He didn't know nothing. Time
Yep.
stood still for him. This person went in the early 90s, came out thinking it was still 94. He was awkward. He was isolated. He didn't know what to do. And his sweet little demeanor would pop out with this like jail version of him where he was rough and I would be like, "What's that? Like, I don't know you like that." And it became weird to hang with him, but like, I'm a supportive person. I stuck by him. And I was like, everybody looking at you sideways because was he weird? Hell yeah, he was weird. He was strange as all hell. But it's not his fault. It's his fault that why he was in there, but this is just where he's been for so long. He got out. He just got himself together. But what was key to it was his support system. It's people who will love you unconditionally. People will stick by you. People who know who you really are and know that you're going to have moments, and also people that will just tell you to get your shit together because you're acting weird.
That's right.
And that's me. I tell you, I was talking to Allee earlier. It's like my red flag is I ain't scared of nobody, and I say whatever I got to say.
He said that shit.
I'm not the tallest. I'm not the tallest dude. I ain't scared of nobody. It's a problem. I'll fight anybody. I should.
I don't want no problems, man. I don't want no problems.
But I
I'm trying to
will.
live a peaceful life.
But hey, like I always tell people, it's a tank top under this t-shirt.
Get it.
Um,
Get it.
I throw it down. I don't care. But that dude I was talking about was big. He had the jail muscles. He came out huge. I was all up in this space right here, telling him what he needed to be doing and this and that, and he was mad about it. But then later on, he was like, "I appreciate that because nobody else is telling me that."
Absolutely.
And I stuck by him. And today, this was a long time ago. This must have been like 15 years ago now. He's got a job. He's gotten married. Wife is beautiful. She's so sweet. He's so happy. He's doing really good things. And now he is being the support system for other people. So he like is paying it. I guess it's paying it forward. So he's doing the same thing. But it's like,
That's beautiful.
yeah, I'm gonna pat myself on the back because I did see he needed that, and I saw nobody was doing it. And not that they weren't good people they had around him, they just didn't know how to do it.
That's right.
They didn't know how to do it because he was weird.
A lot of people don't.
He
want
was
conflict.
really. He was just like I said. He was just strange, and it's like he was. Once I was like, "Yo, he's stuck in '94," because he was. I want to go shopping. Let me go shopping. And he went and bought like big baggy jeans. He was like, "Yo, I'm looking for a FUBU shirt." I was like, "Really, FUBU?" He wanted. What else he want?
You ain't doing
Oh, it
like
was something
that.
I can't remember.
You ain't doing
Yeah,
like
he
that,
did.
really.
And I was like, "No, they don't have that anymore."
That's funny.
He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Why not?" Oh, Fila. He wanted a Fila suit.
Okay.
Now I think Fila's back now, but like in the, early 2000s, it was gone. he was like, "Where is it?" Because he was stuck, and that's when a moment I was like, "Yo, he is stuck back in '94." And once I caught that, I was like, "Okay, he needs. He's a baby. He went into jail as a teen. He's still a teenager."
That's right. That's the
I had to
thing
be.
with prison. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
that's
it's
the
fine.
thing with somebody going to jail for a long time. See, people expect a person to grow with their age. It's impossible when you're trapped inside an environment that doesn't allow you to grow. It doesn't allow you to grow
Doesn't have
vocally.
clocks.
It doesn't allow. It doesn't. The economical system in prison works totally different. They're working off 25-cent, 32-cent soups. You know what I mean? About to kill you over $1 at a card game. Literally $1. So it's like, these things keep people stuck. Jail was meant to hibernate somebody. So the same people are in there are angry they're in there. Nobody really wants to go in there and learn shit. Why? Because they're already angry. They're already stuck. There ain't that many programs. Nobody's trying to act like they're trying to learn. Everybody wants to be gangster, hard, and believe it. It can happen to you at any given second because ignorancy is right there. You can get stabbed. You can get, like for real, you get stomped. It's all in there. So these are the things that I try to help people keep themselves from. Because the reality, the damn reality, the reality is, well, let
Message
me ask you a question.
me,
What do you actually
of course,
do?
me.
Huh? Force you,
Talking to me.
force you. Yeah, I'm force you. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question.
I wasn't ready for that. I was like, what? It's a
I know
figurative
it came
question to
out of
the
nowhere. I
audience.
just came sideways. But like I said, I got a question for you. I wanted to ask this right quick. What do you actually do, or what does a person actually do with a second chance? Give me a formal
Hopefully,
address
their
to what
very
a person
best.
do with a second chance.
Hopefully, learn
Hmm.
and then do their very best. But the first thing they must do is like see where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where am I at this moment? I say, like my friend I know, he was put in for that. Now he's like, I'm here now. Let me get in this moment. This is what I have. This is what I'm portraying. This is what it is. This is what I look like. Where am I trying to go? Who do I talk to help me get there? If there's a friend, if there's no one, being resourceful. As resourceful as you were in jail to get, keep yourself alive and do that same whatever it is to go forward and do what you need to do. Now, again, this second chance don't have to be somebody that went to jail. It could be somebody that just,
There's many,
you know,
many, many a second
you.
chances in life. It doesn't have to be my circumstance. And
Mm-mm.
nobody, or there's people that have my circumstance, but not that many people are walking in this light. A lot of people didn't choose the path that I chose, and I chose a wrong path. That's why right now I'm sitting here in front of you confessing my wrongs. Um, I got out in 2019, and this
Yep.
goes along with the reality. What do you do with a second chance? I got out in 2019. The first thing I did was enroll into a community college. And it's the very first thing I did. I was enrolled in community college by 2 weeks of me getting out. I was already enrolled in community college. Not because I was suddenly motivated, but because I had nothing else. But here's what changed. I found people who believed in me. Before, I believed in myself and didn't care about nothing else. But I actually found out that my professors at my college didn't see a formerly incarcerated person. They saw potential, that shift from being labeled to being seen. That is what a real second chance looked like to me. It wasn't magic. I still had to do the work. Um, and I'm proud to sit here and tell you I fucking graduated with honors. I started with a business degree and I built something. And I'm still fighting against the narrative every single day. The real second chance isn't society forgiving me, it's deciding whether I'm worth more than my past and then proving it, not to them. Um, Frankly, I don't care about that. I prove it to myself. That's the most important thing is that I show myself that I can handle this and I got this and can't nobody stop me. And I employ you to take a picture and think for yourself. Just think about yourself and think about what I'm saying because this is a real thing. And I would like for you to take a moment to see yourself in that moment. So, speaking of moments, Peach, I would like for you once again to share a moment. Um,
My nose is, excuse me, y'all. Allergies are getting me today, so you see me
I'm sorry.
scratching and making weird faces. That's why. So it's okay. All right. What's the question?
The question is, well, actually, I was gonna ask you for a moment in time or history, in your own turning point or your own truth.
That's the whole question.
Yeah, that's the yeah. That was the whole question. The
All
turning
right. Say it
point.
one more time. Then.
You see on the screen I have what do you actually do with a second chance? Well, we spoke already that second chances don't necessarily mean prison. It doesn't mean, you know, it could be a job, a second chance at a job, or it could be a second chance at life, period. I know a lot of people beat cancer and things like that. So, like I was saying, I was asking you for your experience in life of a picturesque second chance that you've seen.
So I always like to speak from a place that's like me and
Okay.
not always somebody that I saw. Because I mean, I am one of them people that I used to feel bad about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. I came from a pretty nice background. Like I didn't really have to struggle that much. So sometimes when people are like, "Oh, you know when?" I'm like, "No, I don't know nothing about that." But one thing that people don't know about me is that my biological dad was out there in the game, but he was real good in the game because he never got like arrested and stuff. We didn't even know he was so good in the game that we didn't know he was in the game. Meaning my mother, my brother, myself, we didn't know that. Um, when I was 17, New Year's Eve of 17, I kind of a funny story. It's funny-ish. It's morbid in a minute, but it was funny. We thought we were grown. Me and my friends were like, "It's New Year's Eve. We're gonna go to the casino." At 17, we couldn't do nothing there. We just walk around the perimeter because we couldn't go nowhere else in there. But we was grown, so we did it. And then after the ball drop, my mom was like, "Be home at 1." We didn't think about traffic because coming from the casino up here in Connecticut, it took us like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get home. So when I got to the house, all the lights were on. My uncle's car was there. I'm like, oh my God, they're out there looking for me. Because before cell phones, because, we have a certain age. We're vintage. So I go in the house. My baby brother was up. He was like 2, I think, at the time. My middle brother, he was like 13, and he had his head in my mom's lap. And I'm like, he's at that age where he's tough. He don't do stuff like that. And my uncle's there. I'm like, oh God, what did I do? What did I do? And what ended up happening, my mom says to me, sweetheart, I am so sorry. I don't know how to say this to you, but your dad died of an overdose. Boom, like that. And I was stuck. Mind you, he and I weren't very close at all. I hadn't seen him for like a year prior to it, so it wasn't really like emotional, but it's just like, dang, wow.
Shock. Shock.
But from that moment, because he wasn't very supportive, he wasn't like present for me and anything like that. So I used that as I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna go to college. He was not a great dad, so I'm gonna be the best dad I've ever could be when I finally have kids. And I did that. So it really wasn't a second chance. It was just like he failed at it. So I'm gonna make sure that I make my time count. And that's what I did. And sometimes it could be whatever motivates you to do it. But that's what I did. So for myself, I haven't really had a moment where I needed a second chance. But like that's kind of one in my reality of it, you know? And I every day, like I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna do everything he didn't do for me. And that's gonna be like the second chance at fatherhood that I didn't get. I'm gonna get it on this end because I didn't get it on the other end. So I'm gonna get it on the daddy end. And that's what I do.
Congratulations,
So,
bro.
yeah,
Proud of you.
that's it.
Proud of you, bro. Proud of you.
Thank
Very
you.
proud of you. Okay. So what I want to do right now is I want to format this and give actionable takeaways. I want to give actionable takeaways of what do you actually do with a second chance. And here's 5 concrete moves. Find your anchor. One person, one goal, one thing that keeps you grounded. Everything else is chaos, but you need
Your
that
your
anchor.
anchor, your anchor could just be an idea. It could just be I'm gonna go to college. That's my goal. Your anchor could be it don't have to be a person,
Yep, that's
place.
right.
I mean, it
That's
could be
right.
an idea.
That's right.
I'm gonna do this thing. And that's honestly, it's funny because like going back to what I was saying, for my anchor was literally I'm gonna be a dad. No matter what, I'm gonna be a dad,
Powerful.
and I'm gonna be the best dad in the world. And I was
Powerful.
like, it's funny when people used to ask when I was little, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I was like, "A daddy." at like second grade. I used to say that, but
Mm,
that was my thing.
okay.
I even picked my child's name out when I was 12, and I named him that.
Hmm.
So I stuck to it. That was my anchor. It could be an idea. It don't have to be a person, but
Absolutely. I agree with you 1000%. That's the reason why in here I said one person. I should have said or one goal or one thing that keeps you grounded. Did I say that right that time? Yeah.
person, place, or thing, like a
There you
noun.
go. There you go. Okay. Two, document your progress. Keep receipts,
Mm.
degrees, certifications, projects, wins, no matter how small. Small wins equal to one giant win. You need proof
And yes,
for yourself. Go ahead. You come
yep,
on. You come on
document your
with me.
process. But as I always say, move quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Move quietly. Like everybody don't
Mm-hmm.
have to know what you're doing. Social media does not have to know every step you took
They're gonna bring you
because
down.
if you were in jail or you did something,
Mm-hmm.
there's always gonna be the haters. They're gonna find a way to mess up what you got.
That's right. They're gonna
So
try to
move
bring you down.
quietly. Everybody's not your friend. Make
Love that.
quiet
I
moves.
love that. I love that. Matter of fact, fuck that. I'm gonna give you that. Let's go. Yay! Let's get that right. Okay. Number four, three. No, it's four. You gotta build your narrative. Yeah, it's three. Excuse me. I counted that wrong. Don't let
Yeah.
society tell your story. Tell it yourself. Own it.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I have no shame that the beginning of my life was hard. I learned so many things, and I'm the person I am in front of you today because of it. Um, I was incarcerated, but guess what? That shit is over. I'm not anymore. Here's what I'm building, and I keep on going with the success that I'm carrying. Can you smell me? Can you smell me? Huh. Successful men. You should try
Smell
some.
like money.
You should fucking try some. It might look good on you. Anyways, let's go with number four. Know when to move on. Some doors won't open no matter how hard you kick. Some people won't get it. That's not your failure, that's their limitation. Move to the next door. It might open for you. Try it. It
Some
might be
people are
easy.
just d bags.
Thank you. It's just like that
It
in
just
society.
it just is. Again, everybody's not your friend. And
Absolutely.
here's another little ditty for you. No, let's not say ditty. We don't like that. Another little tidbit. A
No
tidbit.
baby oil. Diddy is good with no baby oil.
Mm, no, no, no. I feel I'm nauseous all of a sudden.
Oh shit.
Um, Dang, what was I gonna say now? Oh, pay attention to those who don't clap when you have
Mm,
success. Because, again, everybody's not your friend. They just won't be. So you keep your circle small. And this is something I'm teaching my son. He's 8, but I'm teaching him now that you don't have to have a million friends. Because you think about it, like people are, oh, I got 20 friends, I got 30 friends, I got 4, maybe 5. Like seriously.
lucky you.
And literally they're my day ones. Like my friend David is from kindergarten.
Mm,
Tommy's from like kindergarten.
mm,
Liz is like 7th grade.
mm.
Ernest is what, 7th, 8th grade,
Okay.
and Felix. So there's 6. But those are, I mean, and there's others in there. So if I didn't say a name, my bad. But my day ones, there's like 5 of them, and we're still tight to this day. You know what I
That's a
mean?
beautiful thing.
Those are y'all, and then there's
That's
my
a
best friend
beautiful
Rob.
thing. Okay.
But we met later in life. But
Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all y'all. He just gave a big shout out to. That's right. All his
mhm,
BFFs.
day
Me,
ones.
yeah, day
But
one. Me on the other
but
hand,
yeah, you only need a handful. And the real friends are people who you would lend money, who you know would pay you back, people who you would leave your kids with. No, honestly, if you were like, I had to go out of town, can you watch my kids? I'd leave now. you would know that they would take care of your babies. People
Okay.
who would
Get
lend
that.
you money,
Get that.
and people who like would come into your house and you wouldn't have to worry about it. Like, going here, here's the keys to my house, go be there. And you don't have to worry like, are they stealing, like stuff like that. You don't have
I know
that
you
many
living
people.
a good life, cause I ain't got nobody that. If I lend them some money, they ain't never gonna have no money to lend me back.
Well, also you always lend money without don't lend any money that you don't have,
That's right.
that you can't
Absolutely.
part with.
Good one.
But like one of my really good friends, they needed some money, a bunch of money one time, and I was like, here. She gave me that money back the next day
Mhm.
because she just needed a moment, and I was like, wow. She was shocked that I did it, and then
Mhm.
I was shocked she gave it back the next day. I thought it was gonna take a little bit. Boom, next day she goes, no, you were there for me, so
Yeah.
I'm be there for you. I'm giving it back.
Yeah, that's
Thank you so
okay.
much. You really got me out of that, and we still like this to this day.
I bet.
To this
I
day.
bet. Some people like
To
to
this
take
day.
from the plug. They ain't trying to
Yeah,
get back to the plug. They robbing the plug.
yeah. So yeah, and know when to move on, because sometimes your friend ain't your friend,
Absolutely.
and you're like, everybody's not your friend. You're like, wow,
Mm.
I'm making moves quiet, but still move.
Mm.
You don't need nobody to be with you all the time.
That's true.
Yep. So best moves are sometimes by yourself,
I love that. I love that.
and you're your best cheerleader too. If you don't think you the shit, nobody else will.
You know.
You can't tell me nothing. I'm the best.
Nothing.
Best there, best there ever was.
Ah, okay. Peach, here's what I'm taking from tonight's conversation. Second chances aren't about society forgiving you. They're about you deciding your worth, the fight, and then
And
fighting
forgiving
more.
yourself.
That's right. Every single day. Not for them, but for you. And everything you do, you should do in hopes and likes and greatness and betterment of you. Peach, would you please give me your final take on this closing truth?
Absolutely not. Not well. Um,
You're fired.
I'm a good night. I'm tired anyway, and I got a headache.
Go ahead.
I ain't got to be here. But it's the same thing I said. Make your moves quiet, and just keep moving forward. That's it.
Absolutely.
I mean, that thing. I'm sure you hear me say it again, because I say it all the time. Everybody's not your friend, and it's just you got to do for you. Do for you. If you got kids, do for your kids.
Mm,
But also do it for yourself, so that you can, for yourself, so you can do for your kids.
that's right.
Like they say on a plane, put your mask on first, so you give it to somebody else. If you're not doing good for yourself, you can't be doing that stuff you want to do for your family and all that stuff. So
Mm,
take care of yourself and make sure you got it right, so that you can then give back and do your best at whatever it is you're going to do.
that's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, that's what we're talking about tonight. Second chances, real ones, not the sanitized version, the messy, hard, beautiful version. Um, I'm so glad that two men can be in a room and talk about reality in life. Who, two men who've been through a lot in their lives and are saying shit with their chest, because that's what the fuck we gotta do today. If you're watching this and you think you don't deserve another shot, let me tell you, you do. If you're watching and you've already had your second chance, pay it forward. Find someone who needs to hear this. Share this. This is No Cap Live. And I dare you to cap. I mean, really, I dare you. Let's go. Good night.
Sponsored by Get Your Life Right Industries, the proud makers of Tag Pack Pro. Are you tired of typing 47 hashtags like you're casting a spell? Introducing Tag Pack Pro, the hashtag starter kit for creators who refuse to accept reality, with features like instant viral, guaranteed to do absolutely nothing. Shadow ban insurance covers your feelings, not your analytics, and niche who for when you post cooking, boxing, and conspiracy theories on the same page. So if you're out here relying on hashtags to carry your whole brand, call Get Your Life Right Industries today. Get your life right, because hashtags can't raise your content for you.